old 79 Chevrolet. I dedicate this video to Uncle Robert and you.
We just had to put this baby in neutral and push it, and I'm already wore out. When you ain't got the tool you need, you got to use the tool you have, and the tool we have ain't working. Hit the key. That's the way it works with a Ford. It works with no shim. We're gonna praise God from whom all blessings flow. What is it, Moose? What is it, Moose? What's that? And then I may call Nikki T and say, baby, I'm sorry, but I got to do something. I might be a little late.
I don't think you're man enough to call her and tell her.
He tells me I'm not man enough. I'm probably not. That joker just hit me right square in the face. Well, hey, y'all. Welcome back to another episode here on RevStoration. And yep, me and the old man are getting ready to have some fun. We're going to make some Chevrolets run like they're supposed to. And we're so good at doing that, I'm going to tell you why. Because we just tried to make a Ford run it like it was supposed to. Well, Puddin's been acting up on me. I mean, y'all need to be praying for old Puddin, because, I mean, it's been acting up so bad, I didn't have a clue what was wrong with it. It was making a little wobbling noise, and I thought, well, maybe it's the universal joints. It's got 3 universal joints on that long bed. I replaced 2 in the back that were the same. The one in the front that was different. It's actually a Frankenstein. I got cups off another one. I had to do all kind of things to make it right. Got it running good, drove it down the road yesterday. I thought, man, Puddin is fixed. Came to the Old Man's this morning, Puddin wasn't fixed. We thought it was, what did we do this morning? We rebuilt the transmission, we put a new set of tires on it, and we rebuilt the motor. Not really, all we did is adjusted the points. It was acting up. I didn't know what it was. It was wobbling, making all kind of noise. We adjusted the points on it to run a little better. Came back home, sanded the points, then she wouldn't fire no more. Bad points. Points were bad on it. So guess what we did? We went and robbed one of the Old Man's points off the other one. She working slick as a whistle. We got the wire, had a little miss. We got that figured out. So Puddin's running, we hope, we praying, Puddin's running all right. The Old Man says he's got to go do inventory because we've been stealing parts off everything. We only got about 1 car that'll run because we took all the other parts off the other cars and put it on this one. But hey, that's how we do it here at RevStoration. Today, we're gonna put a starter on. We're gonna get a column fixed. We pray. We're gonna make these Chevrolets boogie up and down the road. Y'all ready? If having fun was against the law, we would be guilty as charged. All we are is shady shade tree mechanics from Butts County. Yep, the tail end of the world, just having fun. If you're interested in this kind of journey, come along. I'm David, I go by Rev here on YouTube. My daddy, also known as the Old Man, my wife, Nikki T. All we like to do is have fun and enjoy ourselves. So if you're interested in that journey, if you're interested in not learning how to do it, but just seeing the craziness of how we do it, come along for the journey here on RevStoration. We just had to put this baby in neutral and push it, and I'm already wore out. But shims and a starter and a Chevrolet, and I don't want to say I don't like Chevrolets. People get upset with me when I say I don't like Chevrolets, but I don't like bolting the starter up and it not working. Buy a new starter, you bolt it up, you hit the key. That's the way it works with a Ford. Not with a Chevrolet. You got to take an Allen key and you got to measure the distance between the top and the bottom and the shim, and maybe half a shim, maybe 2 shims. I'm getting ready to shim a starter after I take this old one off, which ain't no fun anyway. But see you in a minute. All right, y'all, here I am under a Chevrolet. I'm gonna try to bring you around. Can y'all see that? That's the old Chevrolet starter. I got it loose, and when I loosened it up, the Bendix came out. It was stuck to the flywheel. Everybody says flywheel's eating up. Flywheel's messed up. Flywheel looks perfect. I mean, it don't look like no issue at all. What me and the Old Man are gonna do, and y'all gonna tell us how crazy we are. I got that thing loose. Woo-wee, probably too loose. So I'm gonna tighten it up a little bit more than that. But we're gonna hit it with the starter and see if it'll crank. If it cranks, then we know it needs to be shimmed. But we're gonna tighten it up a little bit more, and we'll see what happens. Hit it, old man. All right, hold on, hit it again. All right, y'all, if y'all see that, Bendix is coming out, but it's just not turning. Hit it. Comes out, hits, but it does not turn the flywheel. Hooks up and doesn't turn. You get a Chevrolet starter off, you have to take the headers off, you have to take spark plug wires off, you have to get the wires to drop down far enough that you can get said wires off starter so you can put the starter back on.
I need a 3/4 or bigger one. This is bigger.
You need a Ford's what you need a Ford, old man. You don't need no stinking Chevrolet. All right, y'all, the old man says no shim. So we got the new starter wires on after the old man got down here and looked at it, and I had to get down here and finish it off. And the old man ain't too good of a gopher. I'm the better gopher. Well, the old man is here for moral support, and I'm grateful for it. Y'all pray for the old man. He's been falling. Where'd you fall at, old man? Walmart? He busted his tail at Walmart. Then he fell this morning. Said he had his Snuggie on and he slipped out from under. Y'all, we don't have cameras when we're supposed to have cameras on. But we're going to do this with no shim this time. And we're going to bolt this booger bear up and try it. If it works with no shim, we're going to praise God from whom all blessings flow.
Well, when you bolted it up, that's when you're going to take this Allen wrench and measure it like it's supposed to be.
I don't know how to measure it like it's supposed to be, so we're going to figure it out. All right, Joe, starter's on with no shim, so let's see what she'll do.
Bump it until the vent comes in and out.
Just hit it. That didn't.
I gotta hook the battery up.
You didn't hook the battery up?
No.
That ain't gonna work.
I don't see where you.
We didn't have a battery hooked up. I'm surprised. It don't look like it's gonna line up, but I hope it does.
Tell you what, this battery terminal way over at the. Yeah. Tell you what, we're gonna have to put a longer wire on that thing. So you ain't?
I ain't. I promise you that.
I don't know. Oh, the switch is on. I left it on. You ready?
Yep. Hit it again. Thing look like it's working to me. She sounds bad, but it's a show. That sound all right?
I guess if the business is coming all the way back.
Turn it over again. It's just going in and out. I'm gonna call it. I'm calling it good, folks. Calling it good. Cause I'm tired of working on Chevrolet. It is.
Hey, let's put the shim in it and see what it sounds like.
Y'all, the old man's gonna put a shim in it. I'm gonna go take Moose out. We ain't putting no shim in it. I'm done with it. We still gotta put a header on.
See if the shim works or not.
What we gonna do? We got to
we gotta put the header back on.
Old man wants to put the header back on.
Or you want to just crank it. You gotta put all the wires back on.
We're gonna put all the wires back on it, then we're gonna try to crank it, and if it'll crank, then we'll put the header back on, then we'll boog it down the road. Cause we didn't boog it down the road last time because it ran out of gas. And then when it run out of gas, we couldn't get it to start again. She's gonna start good this time. Got a new start on it. What you think, old man?
Well, we hope. I ain't saying nothing.
He ain't saying nothing. All right, y'all. So we got the header hooked back up. The header is hooked back up. We got the spark plug wires in the Ford 302 firing order because that's all we know. We really didn't. We had to look it up. Yep, we're embarrassed. Not really embarrassed, but we did have to look up 350 firing order. Some of y'all got it tattooed to the inside of your eyelids, but we don't have it on these. Well, let's see if she's gonna fire up. Well, that starter is working slick as a whistle. All right, you got fuel.
Ready?
Hit it, old man, hit it. Yeah. Old Chevrolet. Up, push.
Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it.
Yeah. Let's see if that old purple people eater will back up. Old hood's boogered up a little bit. Oh yeah. It's got brakes too. Hey, watch your door. Don't hit your truck.
We're going downhill.
Go that way.
Gotta turn around.
We got brake lights. Nope, got backup lights. Don't tear your tailgate up.
You gonna ride with me?
I want you to drive it.
That brake light on the brake flashlight.
And go the other way. Take it out of gear, old man. You got a front wheel lock.
Got a front wheel lock.
What'd you do?
I turned it off. That thing was idling way too fast.
You couldn't
I couldn't, no, I couldn't put it in gear.
you couldn't put it in neutral.
Was this tire locked?
That is now.
Oh,
Yep.
I locked it.
Yeah,
Or was
somehow.
it locked all the way? 'Cause
I don't know. Put it in reverse.
this is rolling.
See?
When the thing cranks up, it's wide open.
You ain't got no brakes. Cut it off.
I got brakes, but that thing idling way too fast.
This one ain't got no brakes. So you was hey, crank it up, hold your brake down, crank it up, and you just while it's sitting there idling in gear, it's just spinning this back tire. You ain't got to do it. You want me to idle it down?
Ah, yeah, before I drive it.
Yeah, but what is
Back it back up to 3 hours.
huh? Oh.
That's turn.
It's just this. Oh, this one's turning now, but this one back here was just spinning. All right. Old man power braking it. A little better. Still revved up pretty high. Remember where the neutral is. Go.
They ready to go.
It is. That joker just hit me right square in the face. Oh, that joker hit me with a doggone piece of gravel right in the noggin. That old man can't hold that thing square. Joker beat the crap out of me with that gravel. That joker punched hit me with a piece of gravel right in the face. Here it goes. Yeah. Oh man, ain't gonna ever get rid of no 350, y'all. I'll tell you what, that thing will lay a line in a minute. Run like a scalded dog, don't it?
Man, that fish in the transmission shift is still getting.
My Lord Almighty. Yo, this is some kind of I mean, it's some kind of therapy.
Oh, it'll walk it back in, boy.
Yeah, it will.
Is it positive?
Huh?
Was it
Both,
positive?
yeah, both back tires spinning.
It'll kick it around there, boy.
It was it cut off?
Cut off that time.
Is it out again? Oh, man. Well, watch it.
Yeah, they have a foot on the brake. Ain't got a whole lot of brake either. You want to roll your window down where you can see?
You sure enough can't see out this way. What do you reckon Mama's gonna say about this one, old man?
Piece of junk. Boy, that thing just idling just sounds tough, though.
It does. He likes old Chevrolet, y'all. This old 350 sounds like it wants to run. What is that? Brake light? Brake?
Yes. This.
Probably telling you need brake
Yes,
fluid.
got my, yes. Just out of brake fluid, I guess, because my foot's on the floor.
Moose, what we do to Chevrolets? Oh, he'd walk right on by it. I thought he was gonna pee on the tire at least. What's gonna happen, buddy? Moose, what we doing riding in a Chevrolet? He's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here. Oh crap, Moose, what in the world? What is it, Moose? What is it, Moose? What you think, Mama?
Ain't got nothing.
She said it's all right. She didn't say it was a piece of junk. What you think, Moose?
Maybe we make David Ray run.
Don't squall it. Do it over there. Don't do it right in front of his house. Because you're going to kick the rocks on the truck.
This thing a fish tail getting it. It don't quit spinning the back tires till you let off on it. Well, don't
Don't do it. You're right.
I'm gonna get straight before I do, because I may wind up in a ditch.
Hold on, Moosey.
You ready?
Hit it.
See what this thing will do.
That joker shifted it in seconds.
I know it, it's still barking.
What is it, Moose?
Scared poor Moose today.
I wouldn't kick it, but this Chevrolet's got too much power for this old Ford, man.
That joker is flat out turning the tires over.
Well, if I'm going to take you home.
Looks like you're going to take her home.
This is a flat fly now. Jacob didn't believe me, but I told him, man, that thing way too much. Boy, this thing.
Whew. Got some neighbors ours that are having a baby either last night or today. So good stuff. All right, y'all, we took Grammy for a ride, so what do you say? She said deuces. She said she's done with this. All right, y'all, when we get some gas, the old man's gonna run to town and get some gas. My gas tank has been stolen at the Pastoria. Stole my wife's bike and a whole thing of gasoline. So the old man's gonna go get some gas, and we're gonna put this one on some asphalt and see if she can make some smoke. But remember, this one, we got the tumbler thing, we got all that type stuff to make it work. So I'm gonna try to dig into the dash on this one and see if we can get it to crank like it's supposed to. If you saw in the last video, we took the tumbler out thinking maybe it was a tumbler that was causing this not to engage with the ignition switch. Well, we've come to find out that the tumbler was actually not our problem. It is the thing that it tumbles to ignition to hit the this rod that does that. So I've had to get all of this was already off, steering wheel was already off. So I've had to loosen it up. Now I've got to get these wires here, I've got to get them loose so I can push this and get this switch up and out of the way so I can pull this collar off. That takes a little bit of an effort to get that off, because it's hanging in there pretty good. So I've got to get this switch off like that, and when the switch is off, then I can figure out how to push this up and out and get this. Nope, I'm good. Yep, no, I'm good. Old man's going to get gas. So of course I've got to get all these wires out. Now that that is loose, now I can kind of work these wires a little bit in like that, so I can get this up and all the way off. I may have to get this whole wire, everything in here may have to come out for this to come all the way off. That may be enough, because my issue of what I'm dealing with is was that piece right there. If you see that, all that is what is broke, this piece right here. So maybe that's enough to get to it. I've got this piece, I've got this spring, and so this is what I've got to figure out how to get off and how to make it work the way it's supposed to. So I'm gonna be praying over this. Look like that clips on, goes in there, this tumbles. All right, so if you see, that tumbles there and goes one way. So this tumbles and pushes this, and this has another little piece. I'm saying a lot, but I'll show you in a second. All right, here's the new piece that's got to go on. I'm going to replace everything that I have. I've got all of this. I'm going to try to replace everything that is in here on this. But this bottom piece is the part that has broke. So I don't know what this, if this just pushes, but it's almost got a pull as well. I don't know. So I've got to get all this off and figure that out. That's the part that I don't know. So if you see here, this turns this, and that's all out of whack. But this piece here is a piece that's broke. This piece. All right, I've hit another snag. My snag is we need slide hammers to get these two pins off, and slide hammer is not in the arsenal, and we're a little ways away. We only got one day to work on this rig, so we need something that'll bolt or something that'll go in here that we can actually put something tighter around this way and then tighten it up, and it'll pull both pins out. We could, I've tried to clamp it down with vice grips and then tap the vice grips, and it ain't coming out. It's boogering up the one bolt that we do have that's meant to hold that spring. So when you ain't got the tool you need, you got to use the tool you have, and the tool we have ain't working. All right, y'all, no slide hammer, so we went and stole a screw that actually goes into electrical outlet, and it's the right thread pattern. So we got that bolt in there, and now we're pulling it out with a hammer. Come on, old man.
Gotta get a little bit something thicker than bending the screw.
All right.
Gotta get something a little thicker. Like put your handle in it. Right in here, that little ball.
Move up. Go.
Are you ready?
Oh, nope. It's going down.
That round.
Go up.
That round thing's slipping.
Go now.
Oh, it's
there you
out.
go. It's out. Keep going.
It's out.
Keep going.
Nothing gonna fly off and hit me, is it?
Woo! All right, so that's
Leave it
all
to the old man. He wise. He figured out something.
Old wise man figured it out. See, I told y'all we call him the old man. Now we got to get this out, get this in the other side.
So you need to go get another screw.
No, I can figure this one out, because we're going to just tap it back in. All right, y'all, we back on. We cooking with grease again. All right, y'all, we finally figured out the combination of pushing these down to get this piece off. off, and we've got our new piece in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be engaging this from inside and see if we can make it crank. We had an issue with our neutral safety switch, so we were only ever able to crank it while it was in neutral, and we were able to crank it with the key. So if we can get back to that, we know we're back to where we were. But I really don't know if we're going to be able to crank it or not, because it seemed to me like the ignition switch inside here was not activating the starter, which is no good. But we know we can get this part right now, the steering wheel, and then we'll have to figure out the ignition switch. And on the starter may have been loose where the ignition wire goes into, but we can get this part done and then we can figure that out. All right, y'all, we were thinking and fooling. We haven't gone any further in here. I took the starter off of this one. I got our jumper wire. We've got our Eugene switch on outside. It's a little blurry, hold on. Probably because I'm wiping y'all off on some dirty britches and a dirty coat, and it still seems like it's, well, maybe not. All right, so we hooked the Eugene switch up outside on the starter and hit it, click, it works slick as a whistle. So we come in here after I fix this little piece right here, and of course it goes back and forth like it's supposed to. We still got to put everything back together where the tumbler and all that'll work like it's supposed to. Got to do that. But we could not get it after we did that. We couldn't get it to fire from in here. We couldn't get it to work. It would not crank the engine even when we went through doing this. So what I did is I was trying to explain to the old man, and the old man does really good at listening. We couldn't figure out what it was. So I took the relay, the neutral relay switch off down there, and I've jumped the two wires in between the two, and now, y'all hear that? Now she works like she's supposed to. I say she does.
I'll put a little gas in it, make sure it's crank.
Well, we know it'll crank. We know it'll fire, I think. Well,
yeah.
We've already put gas in it, and it'll spark from outside. We know now that it turned from inside. So really, we could put all of the steering wheel and everything back together, leave our jumper wire on it down there until we get our neutral relay switch in, and hey, she's good to go. And I get my Eugene switch on the outside back with me. So we're gonna get all this put back together, I think. And because right now, if I wait, I won't know how to put it back together. So I'm gonna try to put this back together, and after we get it back together, it should work with the key. Old man's got him a new tumbler. We'll put our new tumbler and everything in it, and she should work perfectly until we get our neutral relay switch. All right, y'all, we got your spring on. I don't know if you can see this, but the spring, I'm gonna be turning like I'm turning the tumbler here. This is the off position there, off position. You turn it over. All right, this locks the steering wheel, and of course you turn it to start, and then it comes back. Start, spring brings it back. So start. So this nylon piece right there, that's what it is. That's how it goes. So all that does is just press in, and now we gotta get all this put back in and pray it all fits. Right.
Yeah.
Y'all, well, we through for the day. Y'all watch this. You got the key now. Watch me turn it, turn it, turn it. Doggone it. Hold it, old man. Watch here. If we turn it and get it to where it'll work, and get this, see, we turning it, she cranks up like she's supposed to. Can I show y'all one thing? Y'all see that little piece? Pay attention when you're working. You know what I gotta do? I gotta take this steering wheel all the way out. I gotta take it all the way back apart. Every little piece I put on, I gotta take off, so I can slide this piece in. And when I slide this piece in, it'll go back to working. I told the old man I wasn't gonna do it today. I ain't. Old man's gonna put some gas on it. We're gonna see if it'll crank up and run. If it cranks up and run, we're gonna see if it'll squall tires. We're gonna finish the video. And then I may call Nikki T and say, baby, I'm sorry, but I got to do something. I might be a little late.
I don't think you're man enough to call her and tell her.
He tells me I'm not man enough. I'm probably not. We're gonna hook the gas up. Let's see if this thing will run like this purple one over here. All right, y'all explain this to me. We took it all the way back apart. We put that little piece that goes in here. That's all it does is go in there. Cranking slick as a whistle.
We ain't got the gas on it.
We ain't got the gas hooked up, but it's cranking. So we're gonna put it all back together for the 38th time, and hopefully it's gonna work like it's supposed to. Ooh. I don't believe in praying for us after the fact, but just know we praying. That's y'all, we figured out our problem, trial and error on the way out. I guess I put too long of a screw in this hole here, and it wasn't allowing it to, I guess, turn all the way. Now it's working fine, so I guess I need a shorter screw to go in this hole, and we're gonna call it good. Y'all, what I did is I went on and took it back apart and to make it work. So the old man's gonna get in it, and he's gonna turn the ignition and see if this baby will crank, get in it, control foot feed and everything. See if she'll crank up. Hey. Can't keep her running. Don't worry about that. I want you to get in. Oh my Lord.
What was that?
Whole motor jumped. Crank it again. No, it was I think your the I don't think you're keeping her going.
No, this is the one the carburetor was overflowing. Is it steel?
Oh, that could be what splashed. Come on. Oh. No, it ain't. This right here wasn't on it good. Crank it up.
You think I'm collecting it?
I don't know. Go. I wonder if the needle and seat's even letting fuel go in it. Come on, Betsy. This one runs slick as a whistle the other day. Yeah, I know. Chevrolet. right, y'all, this one's low in fluid, so we really want to see if this one right here will disbark. We fixed it. We did what we're supposed to. The filler tube on this one going to the transmission has got a hole in it, so you got to dump like 78 gallons of type F transmission fluid in it to make it, whatever it is, in it to make it work, and it ain't gonna work because it's flooding out as much as it's putting in. So we're gonna call Uncle on this one, and we're gonna put this one back on the road. We're gonna crank it up. We're gonna go to some pavement, and we're gonna see if the first time on RevStoration we can make tires smoke. Let's see before the sun goes down. All right, y'all, this beast better crank up and go into gear. All right, old man, let me get in. Come on. All right, let's go to the paved road. All right, y'all, we hit some pavement. Wait. Will it squall them, y'all? Will it squall them? It's a one-wheel peeler. I gotta get on the other side. He done got it to where? Hold on, old man. Turn them over. That joker don't play around. Ooh, we had to put it in neutral. Oh. I bet you can't do it again. This old joker's having too much fun.
Let's go before the judge comes.
Yeah.
The judge lives just down the road.
Hold on. All right, y'all, we got two of these Chevrolet Squarebodys to work. We got one of them that'll bark a tire. We got one of them that needs some transmission fluid. But what we set out to do on it, we made it work. So what do we always say? Hopefully we have earned y'all's subscription. We thank y'all so very much for watching. For me and the old man, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we know no way of closing any of these videos out than saying deuces and may God bless. Hey, we want to thank y'all again for watching this video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you can do so by clicking this button down below, or you can watch a video that may be suited for you or a recent upload here down below. So once again, we thank you for watching. Deuces, may God bless.